Hey there, good morning. Welcome to the JeepSolid garage. I am super anxious to break into this transfer case to see what is going on with it. If you guys followed my last video, I took OJ out to test out the winch, was checking out the four-wheel drive as well, and I ran into an issue when I had it in four-wheel drive on a steep incline. Something was slipping, something was giving. Here's one telltale sign. Telltale, is that right? Tail, you know what I mean. Listen to that. Let's see what's going on. And yes, this is a np231 out of a 1992 Jeep Wrangler YJ. Something is slipping. I'm really hoping it's not like broken sprockets, broken teeth. Before we actually crack it open though, let me show you a little bit about the np231 here. So let's move this forward. Right there. So that is normal two-wheel drive. So this is the input from the transmission. You can see our rear drive shaft turning right there. If I back this off, one click, that is four-wheel drive. So the rear drive shaft and front drive shaft are working, spinning. One more click. That is neutral. Can spin the input shaft, nothing else spins. One more click, and that should be 4 low. So if I spin this, let's get a mark right here. How about that blue tape? If I spin this one full revolution, we go about 2/3 of a turn on our drive shaft there. So that's the good news, is I can put it into all the different gears and they all seem to work. So that's one good sign. I do hear the chain slapping really easily in there. That's why I'm hoping that the chain was just slipping. I'm gonna buy a new rebuild kit, new gaskets and seals, a new chain, rebuild it. That's my hope. In the meantime, let's take the speed sensor out here real quick. And I did pop it into neutral there as well. We're gonna get the speed sensor out of the way here just so we don't break it off here. So for your orientation, yeah, this is the tail end. And like I mentioned, I'm gonna be redoing all the seals on this. I had a pretty good leak going on the back side here at the tail shaft. They did not skimp on the RTV on this last job. And here we run into our first snap ring. We're gonna take that guy off. You're gonna need a good set of snap ring pliers. I'll be sure to include a link for this kit in the description below of what I have. Okay, let's remove the rest of the housing here. These are 10 millimeters, 5 of them. All right, there's the rest of the housing. We'll be replacing those bearings down in there. Obviously new RTV all around here. Here's our oil pump. And you might have noticed if you watched my last video, this transfer case actually looks a little bit different. It's because the other one was covered in mud. Pressure wash it, clean it up, get all the gunk off it before you start breaking into it. On your oil pump, down inside, it's kind of hard to see on camera. There's a little tube right down on the bottom. Ooh, it slipped out. That's just fine. So there's a little tube right down here. It goes over to a little pickup over there, a little bit of mesh. It plugs into the bottom of your oil filter here. And there's a little rubber grommet in there. We'll be replacing that guy as well. Did I say oil filter? I meant oil pump. You guys know what I meant. Sometimes you gotta interpret for me. So far, things are looking pretty good. I do see one little uh-oh right there. Let's check that out. Right down in there, I see a little chunk of something. Hopefully that's just RTV. No, it's metal. Maybe it's just part of the case. It's not moving. That's a good sign. Now I'm gonna make myself a little template here, and I just really like to keep nuts and bolts in the exact order of where they go. On this, there's a couple funny little bolts. There's a 10 millimeter 12 point here. The rest of these are 15 millimeter, but there's one here that has a washer and one down here that has a washer. I just like to put them back to the same exact spot. If you can remember that, you don't have to do that. You don't have to make yourself a little template like this, but this is what I like to do. All right, let's buzz these guys out. Okay, we are ready to split the case and see what's going on with this guy. There's a couple pry points. There's one right here. You can get a screwdriver right in there to pry the case in half. And then there's one down on the other side. I think it's underneath here. Yep, there it is. Slot right down under there. You can get a screwdriver in. You just want to be careful prying your case open because it is aluminum and you're dealing with mating surfaces here that you don't want to leak when you go to put it back together. So be careful that you're not scoring up the surfaces anywhere. You want to try to use these pry points as best you can. Alrighty, cool. We got the case split. There's our oil pickup. Some RTV laying around here. Let's see what's going on with this thing. Well, the good news, I don't see any broken teeth. I don't see any big chunks of metal or little magneto. There's a little chunk of metal right there. There's a little magnet right down here on the bottom. Let's pull that guy out and see how covered in metal it is. There's definitely a lot of slime on it. Few little chunks of metal. We'll look around and try to see if we can find any spots that look like metal would have come off it. So yeah, a few little chunks of metal on the magnet. No major carnage though. I'm going to be taking a real close look at all the sprockets, look to see if I can find any teeth that are missing. But the bad news, well, honestly, I think it's pretty good news. What I think was happening is look at the degree of play in the chain here. I'll get a new chain and I'll show you in the next video side by side when I do the rebuild on this how much slack this one has in it versus the new chain. I'll hold them side by side. And I'm hoping, really hoping that that was my issue, that there was just so much slack in here that the chain was just slipping when it was under a lot of load. And it would only do it in four-wheel drive under a ton of load. I don't see any broken teeth on any of the sprockets. My planetary gear down there, it all looks good from what I can see. I don't see any broken teeth down there either. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna order myself a new rebuild kit with all the seals, new chain and everything. I'll be sure to link that, the kit I get in the description below as well. And we will catch you guys in the next video right up here. Thank you for watching and have a good day.